Hello and a very warm welcome to this Expedition 2 Academy training session. In this tutorial we'll be exploring the tools available in the Expedition 2 system. So let's dive in. So we're logged in here to the Expedition 2 page, and we've got the toolbar on the right hand side where most of the tools that we're going to examine reside. But we've also got some tools down the bottom here. In the footer bar, the map selection, as you can see, we can open up the footer information display as well. But the main focus we're going to look at is all the tools in the right hand side here. First of all, it's worth just pointing out that you can collapse this toolbar if you wish, so that you can focus more specifically on the map rather than having to see the tools all the time. So the tools are split out into two main sections. We've got this section here, and these tools are all tools that affect the map as a whole. And then inside the toolbar, we've got these sections here, which are tools that will populate as we create objects, and each of the tool sets that appear within here will affect a specific object rather than the map as a whole. So, for example, if I open a route, I'm going to open this route here. There it is. You can now see that I've got a little tile that's appeared here with the James Ranmore title, because that's the name of this particular route. And there are a load of tools available to me specifically for this particular route. So these tools will not affect anything other than this actual object here. Okay. Likewise, if I go and perhaps I'm going to create a shape. I'm going to create a shape here. I'm just going to draw a straightforward square on the map like this. So there's my shape there. I can see there are a number of tools that are specific to this particular shape, and they don't affect anything else. So if I click back up to James Ranmore, I can still see my shape there. James Ranmore's now got the focus. These tools will affect the route and not the shape. You can see that in the shape section here, I can still see the fact that I've got a shape object in the map. But it's not fully populated, taking up space. So in here I can see that I can go and clear the shape from the map if I wish to. Or I can make it visible simply by clicking on the little spanner here, and that then takes focus so that I can now go and attend to that shape. Maybe I want to change the shape a bit like this. Okay. Likewise, if I go and add a point of interest, maybe I'm going to add a point of interest just here. Once again, I get some specific tools to do with that point of interest. And you can see that selecting each item highlights that particular item, brings it into focus so that we can edit it. Okay. One other thing just to bear in mind, if I look at this area below the selected item, I can see the elevation profile. So that will show up for the selected item. In this case, it's a route. Obviously, if I have more than one route in here, I'll get a different elevation profile specific to the route that's selected. Just a little reminder, if I open the footer information panel, I can see the elevation and some other information about this particular selected route as well. Okay. And I move along, I'm literally just hovering my mouse along the elevation profile. You can see a marker appear on the route showing me exactly where that occurs. So I can quite easily see that this is the highest point. And I think this here is probably the lowest point, just there. So we can quite easily see that on the map. Okay. Also worth pointing out, at the top here, if we extend this section here, we've got information about the currently selected item. So in this case, we've got this particular route, and you can see you've got a little thumbnail here that you can see. And we can click on the edit button here, and we'll see various pieces of information about the activity. If I make it shareable, I can now select a permalink, and that's something that I can then use to share with other people. So I can send that permalink to someone, and they'll be able to view this particular object in a browser as well. So there you have it, a whistle-stop tour of the layout of the tools and controls in Expedition 2. We hope you enjoyed this training session and found it useful. You can find further titles in the series on academy.expedition2.com or by following the Academy link on the Expedition 2 homepage. And we look forward to joining you in the next tutorial.